The Classics Building has been sitting vacant for 3 years. Why is this? You'll find out. I'm Alexis Hawes, and here's some exclusive coverage.
The original function of the classroom building, it's often called the Classics Building, which is incorrect, although I do kind of like it as a classics teacher. But the original building was a school infirmary, so it was where they kept all the sick kids before Pottstown Hospital was founded.
The classroom building was shut down about 3 years ago when we decided to move the classics program and the history program into the academic center right here.
I had a really nice room. It was a very intimate space, so you could hear each other teach. It kind of felt like you're on your own island, and it was very private, and I think the kids kind of liked coming over there too.
The building was in pretty bad shape, and we wanted to give our students a first-class classroom experience.
We had class in the Classics Building. I actually liked the Classics Building. I thought the old feeling kind of fit with campus, although it was a little crammed and gross at times. I really liked it.
It was a little eerie, knowing that all the people that had the Spanish influenza were housed in there, but you know, it was okay.
It is interesting to hear the different stories that people have.
There's a long Hill School tradition that there was a ghost that inhabited the classroom building. Or is that because the building was an infirmary, there were students, in fact, who died there. One very famous one was the great uncle of former Secretary of State Jim Baker, who went here himself and also sent his granddaughter here. His haunting involved clanging on pipes and things like that during the academic day. So you could rationally explain this away maybe and say that it was because the heating system was a little bit bad and antiquated, but I prefer the supernatural explanation for that one.
There is a future for this building.
We're currently exploring the possibility of turning the classroom building into a dormitory, or potentially tearing the classroom building down and replacing it with a new dormitory. So that study is underway, and we'll have some answers by the beginning of next year as to what we plan to do. It'll take a few years after that to raise the money and develop the plans to actually implement that plan.
The study is just beginning in March, and it'll probably take 2 to 3 months for it to even be completed. Right now we're looking at what we're going to do with the building, and we have hired an architectural firm to come in and do what we call a feasibility study. And the feasibility study will look at the condition of the building, different options that we have in order to possibly use it for the future. Will give us some cost indications, and will hopefully help us to give advice to the administration on exactly what we think the best way forward would be.
There's a possible future to either reconstruct or refinish this building for further use. Will the ghosts stay attached? Stay tuned to see periodic updates on this building.